You know, history can often become muddled with the opinions of those who didn't take part in certain events, which is why sometimes taking a wide range of personal stories and using them to paint a broader picture of things that have happened in the past is a useful technique, one that's especially helpful when writing a book. With us this afternoon is author Don Stock. He did exactly that in his book, Personal, One Heart, Two Countries, Fascinating Accounts of the Invasion of Panama. Wow. So before we get started, for those that aren't familiar, give us a real quick overview. Why did we invade Panama?
That's a long story. There was a dictator named Noriega.
Right.
And he got a little too powerful, and our government decided to take him out.
But that's not what your book is focused on.
No, it's not. No, the book is a compilation of personal stories of people whose lives were affected by the invasion.
Yeah. Can you kind of give me an idea of?
So there's many stories. There's a story of a young lady who was a schoolgirl at the time, and she was having a regular day, and the next thing she knows, her country was being invaded, and the guards surrounded her house, and to this day she can't look out her windows without being nervous.
Really?
And she had to go through therapy for many years afterwards because of that, the stress of the invasion.
I have thought on occasion, we don't know what it's like to have our home invaded.
No, and for Panama, who was sort of like the little brother of the United States at the time, it was very hard for the Panamanians to accept that they were being invaded by their big brother.
Right.
And it was a tough pill to swallow.
So what was your process in writing your book?
Well, throughout my time in Panama, I lived there for over 13 years, and I heard many stories about the invasion from U.S. military members who I was friends with, to family members, to friends, and the stories just kept building up. And I thought to myself, I don't want these stories to be lost in the chronicles of time. It's important for the younger people to learn about the past, and so many interesting stories.
So what would you want a reader to take away from your book?
Well, the key one, I would say, is war is not like in the movies.
Right.
It's like an onion, the layers of an onion. You have friendships made, you have death, you have love affairs, you have hunger. There's so many layers to that, and it's not just what you see in the movies.
Yeah. So how can we get a copy?
You can find it on Amazon.com, and you can also, if I am on Facebook and Instagram, you can look up. I have little short stories that I read about that come from the book on social media. So,
have you always planned on being a writer?
No, I love books. I grew up hiding out in the library through my childhood, and probably a couple years ago, I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and of course, with the support of my wife, and she supported me and pushed me, and here I am.
And here you are.
It's published, and
so future plans? You're going to write another one?
I'm thinking about it. Yes,
yeah?
Yes. It was tough. It was a tough thing to do. I'm not going to.
So, any ideas about what it's going to be?
No.
Okay. Don Stock, author of Personal, One Heart, Two Countries. Thank you so much for talking to us, Don. It's good to see you this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Stick around. DelmarvaLife. We'll be right back.